Yeah.
Okay, it prepares the body and mind.
Yeah.
Okay, it is actually, the system is not complete in itself
Yeah.
to open up for enlightenment.
Yeah.
Okay, it is there, but there is no guidance available.
Yeah.
Okay, so it can take you up to a certain level. Yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara. Pratyahara doesn't take practically. Pratyahara not fully. So yama, niyama, asana, pranayama it will take. So pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi is the next level.
Yeah.
So that's where your gap is there.
Yeah.
Okay, that gap is actually cannot be filled by the existing teachers of yoga.
Yeah.
They don't have understanding.
Yeah.
Okay, so because they don't know about this. Alright, that comes from that beyond that pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi, which comes from a realized master, which is not in this category. These are yoga masters.
Yeah.
Yoga masters can take up to prepare.
Yeah.
Okay, beyond that you need a guidance of a realized master. Now the realized masters are very different kinds. Okay, there are Vedantic teaching which is knowledge oriented. There is Buddhism teaching. There is Vipassana. Okay, then there is what I teach is some sort of it's a combination of Vedanta and Tantra. So the different types of masters are there. Okay, they are not alike. And to get a right master and right kind of teaching for your evolution is difficult. It's a supermarket.
And when I go to Sri Ashram, you know, I don't find exactly what I'm looking for.
I know that. Reason is simple. Okay. See, that's because that's a mass education.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a larger education system. Okay. Larger education system cannot address the needs of the individual. Now, all the individuals also don't need that. Most of them are happy with a couple of prayers, bhajans, and a good company. They're happy. So now the problem comes when you want to grow out of that. To get a right teaching and right master is extremely difficult. It's not easy. Okay, I'm telling you my experience, right? So it requires a hand holding. It requires a guidance to move further. So the basic issues are, one is that yoga prepares your body, mind and energy. Okay. Then what comes this at the deeper level, the belief system, the thought processes, okay, the contemplation processes, which will actually help you to go to the next level. So that is missing, and it has to be fine-tuned. That's normal. Okay. Now what happens is that when you said you have a experience of oneness, what happens is that the mind is normally active. It keeps on jumping. Now because of some circumstances, some good merit, the mind becomes silent for some time. Instead of operating from a noisy background, it operates from a silent background and jumps up. Then whatever you see, you start feeling that oneness as long as the mind is silent and jumps up. From silence it jumps up. Okay. Now this is not what happens to you. It could be a grace, okay, as a demonstration, but through a process of clear teaching and yoga, it can become a stable experience. It's not accident or accident. I would say not accident, grace. Okay, it can be a stable process, but then somebody who understands this thing, because there's so much of variety. Okay, it's a human mind. There's so much of what I guess fineness is there. So that's where that experienced teacher's guidance comes into picture. This is how it is. Right? I went through the process of yoga since childhood. I studied yoga till practiced yoga for 12, 14 years from young boy. Every day, 7 days a week. Starting very rigorous practice. It's from the age of let's say 10, 11 up to 24, 25. Every day morning, 1 hour, 1.5 hours of yoga. Every day. It's not one day gap, no holiday. Yoga, pranayama, dhyana, all those things. But this didn't open up. Higher consciousness didn't open up. But it prepared the body and mind. Okay. So now it's like preparing the ground. The ground is prepared, but somebody has to put the seed. right? That seed is not there. And I also didn't know that it exists. I didn't know. I know only this one. This is good. I am good in that. But beyond that, there is something I had no idea. Okay. But one day, the grace descended on me. The grace, divine grace. Suddenly, my higher consciousness opened up. This center. Then, whatever cannot be learned from books, whatever cannot be taught by somebody, I understood. The essence. Okay. It cannot be learned. It cannot be. There's no way I can think it exists like that. So that opened up. What you call as a process of what you call as oneness, continuous oneness. Everything is connected in the universe. Okay, it's not that we are separate. Okay, it is like it's not a brainwashing. Okay, it's not. I didn't repeat and read. Not what you call as self hypnosis. There is no self hypnosis. There is nothing. No teaching. Suddenly I found that everything is connected. Okay, everything is connected. So it's a deeply interconnected world, and that interconnection I call as God, the totality, that opened up, and it is several years it continued, and I had no reference. Nobody tell me what is it. Okay, nobody is there to guide, because there are very few people who understand this process. I went and met many monks, many of these teachers, but they don't understand. They don't have inner experience. They have only bookish knowledge. The problem is that experience, the deeper understanding inside is not there. So, but gradually I figured out, oh, what the hell is happening? This is what is happening. This is the mechanism, how it works internally. Okay, I started understanding that. Then some students start coming. Okay, I didn't call them. Okay, somebody comes. Okay, they find some peace in what I talk. I make some nonsense out of sense or sense out of nonsense. So they feel some comfortable. Then they go and tell somebody else. Then somebody else will come and they will come. Okay, my friend also has some problem. You listen to me. Just now somebody called me that daughter has a problem. Okay, I am not a psychiatrist to treat. Then what to do? So people come with some difficulty. Then I give some answers which bring some peace. So that's how this thing. But what I was looking for is some good students who want to learn spirituality, not these. Psychological disorders, not people who go through a lot of difficulties in life.
Quick fix.
But I have to handle them also. So some of these people came. Then I started putting a structure to my thought. Structure. It is not that this is not available in books. Okay, it's not available as a this thing. I am a scientist by profession. Yeah, scientific background in telecom research. So I did a deeper research into this subject because experiment is done inside. But whatever I can gather from books and all, I understood the framework. So then I had opportunity to meet many masters. Okay, many masters, different masters. I understood this spectrum. This is how it is, looks like. And this is where I am. This is what it looks like. So that understanding came. Then I started teaching people. Little bit. Some of them got benefited. For example, Dr. Smita, she is there my student for last 5 years. I don't tell them what to do. They gradually, inner opening happens. Then they want to help others. So then they come back and say, I want to help others. I want to conduct classes. Okay, do that. This is the structure. Now she can't take it herself. So that's why I put together a coursework. This is how it will be. So that I am putting as you go structure so that she can take up. So tomorrow she can become a spiritual teacher. Like that, people don't have to come to me. Like that, it is going on.
Yes.
Right? So, if you ask me, do I understand this entire spirituality spectrum? Yes, I understand. Do I have experience? Yes, I have. So, this is what this thing. And I just do, if somebody comes, I teach. It's not that I am going out and finding out somebody. Somebody comes and I teach. But this phenomena or how it is unfolding, I am very clear. So the mind becomes silent for some time and then jumps. Now this is actually uncontrolled. That's why I call grace. Okay, we can't give any other reason. So there will be good experience, nice experience. Want to have it again, but then I don't know steps involved in that, mechanism involved in that. So this is the problem. So then by grace of God, God gave me the mechanism. These are the steps: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that I teach. Whoever comes, okay, take it. Notice.
So
See,
his
basically-
one question was from peace to ecstasy.
Okay. So let us understand that. What do you mean by ecstasy? Let us understand that. What is ecstasy?
Ecstasy, it's experience of fullness
Ecstasy.
and with full of energy and light.
Lights.
Like this.
Okay. It goes through 7 stages. Okay. If you want to make it, I can give step number 1, 2, 3, 4, where it goes through. See what happens. I'll just give you overview so that you understand. We are individual ego. We are individual. I am separate. Body and mind complex. Okay. Now when the spiritual journey begins, my mind goes inwards. My starts moving inwards. And it's moving towards the consciousness. Now the problem with consciousness is, the consciousness is object, not object. You cannot find a consciousness in one place. It's very slippery. You can't catch it. Okay? Very, very slippery character. You can't catch it. You can't hold it. But mind wants to hold it. Mind's nature is that it wants to hold it. Can't. Okay? So now the issue here is that the mind is trying to want, when it touches the consciousness, it will feel the fullness.
It's okay.
When mind touches the consciousness, it wants to will find the fullness. But when it comes out of that, it will again shrink. So the challenge is, how do we mind settle in consciousness? That is the real crux of spiritual life. So to do that, what happens is, the mind operates through centers of the body. There are 6 centers. The chakras: Mooladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipura, Anahata, Vishuddha, Adna, Sahasrara. These are chakras. It operates through these centers, mind. And these are nothing but energy centers, because mind and energy are related. Energy and mind are like 2 wings of the bird. Okay? If energy stops, mind stops. If mind stops, energy stops. And if energy moves, mind moves. So now this energy center, mind operates in various centers. The problem is that these are like memory systems, centers, chakras. So any experience of mind will leave an impression that the energies will get clogged. So now for fuller, the complete awakening, this energy system has to open up. So the mind opens up. And the mind starts rising to higher centers. These are the higher centers. These 2 are higher centers. This, and this. So now that also can happen 100% or 10%, 5%, 15%. It can happen. It's not necessary that all 100% you can happen. So depending on the amount of purity, depending on amount of this thing, it happens. Now there are so many teachers. There are so many books and the novels. So many. You open anything, chakras, how to open chakras, how to kundalini. All so many books are there. Okay, so much of literature is there. It's a whole huge amount of literature. But in reality, nobody has addressed the issue probably. So the issue is that it is not a mechanical way of opening a chakra. It's not mechanical. It's not like you're not a human machine. We are not a machines. You turn a screw here, it will go up. So turn a screw, it doesn't go up there. The mind actually is mind gets locked in each center. The mind itself gets locked because of concepts. Okay. What I'm saying is the mental concepts, impressions. Now these impressions you have to release from that. Then that opens up. So now each chakra has its own characteristics, impressions. So the mind gets stuck in those impressions, and you start opening up, that will open up. And as mind opens up, the energy also opens up. It's not a forceful way of breathing, pranayama or kundalini, not like that. They go together. Basically it is related to more of a clarity in the mind, more of a dropping of the belief system's clarity. Then mind opens up, which opens up energy also. And it starts arising. So when the mind gets settled in this center and this center, what happens is that mind, these are like windows, portals to higher consciousness. A higher consciousness dimension opens up, which I call as oneness, and connected to the universe, oneness. That center opens up because this center and this center. This center gives a vision of that connectedness, whereas this center helps you to become one with that. This is like, this is a window opening and this is oneness. Now this doesn't happen 100%. For any person it doesn't happen 100%. 5%, 10%, 20%, it can, depending on the person quality, it can happen. As it happens, he feel more and more connected and at peace, and also start feeling oneness. Now when you say that the ecstasy or fullness is a result of feeling oneness, I am connected to everything. I am a part of a larger whole. Okay, it's a bigger system. It's infinity. I am a part of that energy will surge. That I call as ecstasy. That I call as oneness. So now these will go hand in hand, because mind has to operate in a higher center. Then only it can happen. Experience that. This is the higher center. This is the higher center. Right? Now that's not full enlightenment. Again, the full enlightenment is you have to go beyond that. Beyond oneness also. Okay. Now there is actually beyond oneness. There is no two-ness. There is no non-duality. Oneness is not non-duality. Oneness is a good experience. It's a peak experience, joyful experience, ecstasy, peace. But you need to go beyond that also. Okay, when you go beyond that, energy doesn't move to any center now. It will settle down. Okay, now nowhere to go. It has to go somewhere if it sees oneness. But when it settles down, there's no oneness. It's simple non-dual. It's all simple awareness, peace. Okay, but that's the final stage, ultimate, stable. But there you don't see very ecstasy, and ecstasy will come in the one stage pre-final, in the oneness stage. So from that oneness stage to next level stage you have to go. In oneness stage, there's the ego. Ego is still there, but purified ego. The ego has become purified now. It's a pure ego. Okay, I am there, and universe or God is there, and I am connected to Him. That is oneness. That's a joy. That's a surge. But beyond that, I and God are one. I and my Father are one. Right? I am the Son of God is first stage, where the joy is there. But when I and my Father become one, serenity. It's like sugar. When you taste it, it's very nice. But if you become sugar, you understand? What I call is the final stage is non-duality, where you become one with that Father consciousness. There's tranquility, silence. There's no more surge of joy and ecstasy. Surge of joy and ecstasy when Son meets the Father. The individual meets the universe at the higher consciousness level. Right? That final dropping of the ego is what we call as enlightenment liberation. Till that point of time, you're still, that separation is there. There's a point, separation is there, but you are feeling connected. That's why the point I said, I am the Son of God. Okay? That's you are connected to God as Son, divine. And there's so much of joy, so much of connectedness. But then I and my Father are one. Peace. Finish over. Then I drops. That's what a non-dual experience. Okay, now there is no center.
Yeah, at this moment.
No. I'm saying that when the final, there's no center.
Yeah.
Because it's not in the center. It's not in the body.
Yeah.
Up to this is a body.
Beyond.
This is beyond body.
So after what we share this today, what we have shared with meditation experience, I have enough to practice through the center.
Yeah.
First.
Yeah.
Because I did not know exactly the way you teach, so it's relevant, and I will see after 6 months. So I don't know when. What's happened.
No, you can always communicate to me over email or Skype if required. Okay. So what happened? I'll tell you. This center starts opening up.
Because this Shakti Shiva, it's meaningful for me also.
Yeah. Meaningful for you also. That's why you are here. Right? No, actually, in your I don't know whether equivalent is there in Christian terminology, theology. So basically, it's Shiva is Father in the heaven. Shakti is the mother, universal mother. So the energy. So now what happens is we need to feel connected to both. We cannot be disconnected from one.
So this and another there is another approach also I would like to share. It's linked with Bhakti way.
Bhakti, devotion.
Because in my journey, so at the moment I focus
On devotion.
on the last year. And
Huh?
the last year, I try to experience what I can, maybe my mind can consider. So my mind can consider Kama, he can consider Prema and Bhakti. And so I play with that. I say,
Karma, Prema, Bhakti.
so play means I try to meditate as a meditation. But on this different level, still, and it's really linked with the energy purpose I share with you today. I have the feeling, even not forcefully to have the meditate on the level, still it's not balanced what I know.
Yeah. I'll tell you what Bhakti is, okay? The Bhakti...
But is it relevant to make the link with...
Absolutely.
Is it okay?
Absolutely. Yeah. I actually cry. In Bhakti and devotion, I used to cry. I used to... Okay? It is like
even when I sing bhajan in India, I am so happy.
Right. That is actually what happens really in Bhakti. In reality, internally. The energy moves to some centers. It's ultimately energy movement within. Right? The energy moves to heart center or energy moves to this center, that devotion will come. If energy doesn't move, no bhakti. Okay? All it will be theory. So the joy and all is happening because the energy and mind are moving to some centers. Okay? Now if this practice stabilizes for you, you will see the more and more the devotion flowing. It will happen naturally. Because you feel connected. It's not a concept.
Yeah. So it's linked directly.
It's directly linked. And in fact, I'll tell you, when this energy rose in me, first of all, I didn't have this concept of devotion. Okay? Of course, I have so many gods and all those things. No devotion as such. Right? Suddenly, I felt so connected to all divine beings. Okay? If somebody chants God's name, I used to cry. My hair will stand like this. Okay? Body will be shivering. So much of joy. And I understood that's because energy has moved to the center, internally. Okay? It's linked.
It's okay.
It's linked. They are linked, they are not separate.
Okay.
Right? So now what will happen is that as this center opens up, okay, naturally, let it happen naturally. So as it opens up, you start feeling more connected to the universe. Okay? It's not like a concept.
Sure.
Okay? It feels more, and there will be vibration.
Experience.
Throbbing. Throbbing. Like this. Throbbing will happen. Okay? Throbbing will happen here also. So throbbing will happen here when you feel oneness. Throbbing will happen here when you see, for example, if you go to a religious place or spiritual place, suddenly energy will start jumping here. It's like fountain. Okay, you start feeling more connected. Devotion will pour naturally. No need to think.
Okay.
Right?
Good. Thank you.
It's all coming out of my 45 years of sadhana.
45.
Yes. I've gone through, since that age I have gone through. And I've gone through various stages. I understand these steps.
Good.
You can feel